Hey guys, this is Sharat with REsimpli. I'm really excited about this video. This one is actually going to be a two-part video. In part one, this current video, it's going to be about what is list stacking, how you should stack your list, and why you should be using it in your business. And part two is going to be detailed list stacking overview of how I am using it in my business for direct mail, cold calling, and texting. So let's get started and I'll show you what list stacking is and the basics of it. All right, guys, this is a basic flowchart of list stacking. When you're using it for multiple marketing lists, why you should be using it and where it adds value in your marketing. So let's say you might be using different marketing channels, different sources to pull your list. You might be using list source, you might be using PropStream, you might be doing driving for dollars, you might be pulling lists from your county, or you might be using some other source to buy the list. The idea of list stacking is you take all your different lists from different marketing channels and you put it in list stacking software like REsimpli, and it stacks all your lists and helps you build basically a more targeted marketing list. So if you look in this example, I have taken an absentee list with 4,000 records. I've taken a probate list with about 3,000 records, a pre-foreclosure list with another 3,000 records, and a driving for dollar list that has 1,000 records. So when I combine all of them, it gives me 11,000 records. And then I'm going to put them in REsimpli so you can see what those stacked records look like. So I'm going to go into REsimpli. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click add right here. So I'm going to start adding my list, click browse, and I'm going to choose my file of absentee. All right, so I've added my absentee list. The left column right here is the column in your spreadsheet. That's the header column. And then the right column is how you want your header column from your file to be mapped in list stacking in REsimpli. So you'll notice that most of the fields are already mapped. Last name, first name, I just want to make sure everything looks good. Mailing city, mailing street address, city, state, zip. And this is my property street address. This is my property city, state, zip. All right, so that's all I'm going to map for this purposes. And I'll show you what that does. I'm going to give this the name of absentee list. And I'm also going to add a tag just for my own tracking absentee list. I'm going to leave opt out as no, because I'm not opting out these addresses for my marketing. These are not my return mail and I haven't skip raised these, so I'm going to leave them as no. Click submit. It's going to start loading my file. It's going to take a couple of minutes for it to load. In the meantime, I'm going to upload all the videos and I'm going to fast forward through that so you can kind of see once all the lists are uploaded, what that looks like. All right, guys, I'm finished uploading all my lists. So I want to walk you through on what that looks like. So if you look here, this is the first list that I uploaded today. And I uploaded 4,000 records. Out of those, 3,559 were valid addresses. So once you upload a list, we're checking against USPS to make sure that these are valid addresses. Out of those 4,405 actually came back as invalid, and 2 were updated. So what updated means is that those addresses were already in some of my other lists. So it might have already been a lead for me in the system, or it might have been a part of the other file that I uploaded. And then there were 34 duplicates that were taken out. And after that, I uploaded a driving for dollar list. So if you look here, there were no addresses that were added, but there were 998 records that were updated. There were 2 duplicates. So these 998 records were already existing in my list. So they were probably already part of my absentee list. So it's not adding those again, it's just updating those, which I'll show you in a minute what that really means. Same thing on my pre-foreclosure list. I uploaded 3,000 records. There was no additional new address, valid or invalid address. There were 2,977 addresses that were updated, and then there were 23 duplicates. And in my probate list, when I uploaded 3,000, there were 123 valid addresses that were added, and there were 25 invalid addresses. 28, 31 were updated, and there were 21 duplicates. So what that means is, let's look at the example of absentee and the driving list. So I'm going to go right here. So you'll see I have all these addresses. If I search for the list on my absentee and my driving, And I'm going to say that they should be included in absentee and also in my driving list. Okay, so if I do this, you'll notice that I'm coming up with 999 addresses right here. There's an additional address that's probably part of my leads, which is showing up right here. So it tells me that these 999 records are both in my absentee list and also in my driving list. So if I'm going to be marketing to this list, or if I have limited budget to market, then I want to market to people that happen to be on my multiple list. So if I go back here, I'm going to add pre-foreclosure and probate list, and I'm going to leave this as and. I only want to see the records that are included in all of these lists. So I'm going to do this. So it shows me I have total 12 records that are in all of my lists. So if I have limited marketing budget, I'll make sure I start out with marketing to these 12 records that happen to be in all 4 of my lists. So if I look here, these are on my absentee list, my driving list, pre-foreclosure list, and my probate list. So think of each list as pain point that the seller might have. So you put a list of absentee that this person, owns an absentee property where the mailing address is different from the property address. The owner owns a property, let's say in the state, and then lives out of state. So that's going to be your absentee. Driving might be driving around the neighborhood and you find a property that looks distressed. Then it's also on your pre-foreclosure list and probate list. So again, before you do any marketing, you want to make sure you're marketing to your stack list. These are the 12 that would be highly motivated properties that you want to reach out to. And then based on that, you can keep expanding your marketing. So these would be the 4. And let's say, then you want to look at only the records that are in your absentee, pre-foreclosure, and probate list. So if you do that, you have 1,840 records. So you can see these are on my absentee, pre-foreclosure, and probate list. So what list stacking does for you is it's helping you build a very targeted marketing list. So if you're just starting out and you're very new to real estate, what you want to do is you want to have as targeted marketing list as possible, because initially when you're starting out, you're going to have more time available than money. Your resources when it comes to money is going to be limited. So you want to make sure, like these 12 records, if you have, you want to market to them. You might want to skip trace them and call them. You might want to send them a handwritten letter and just do whatever you can to reach these 12 records before you do anything else. And let's say, once you've reached these 12, then you can keep expanding your marketing to include other lists that you have in your business. So this is how your list stacking works. Now, if I go back, if you look right here in my absentee list, I had 4,000 records. In my probate list, I had 3,000. In my pre-foreclosure list, I had 3,000. And in my driving list, I had 1,000. So if I add up all of them, 4,000 plus 3,000 plus 3 plus 1, I get total 11,000 records. So, but however, when I go back to my list, and if I do or, that means I want to see all the records that are included in any one of these lists. You notice that I get 4,127. So I do not get 11,000, because what REsimpli is doing, it's stacking all those lists. If you were marketing them separately, what you might do is you might send direct mail to 4,000 people. Then you might send direct mail to 3,000 people on your probate list, and another 3,000 people on your pre-foreclosure list, and another 1,000 people on your driving for dollar list. But now, by putting it in REsimpli list stacking, what it tells you is that if you wanted to reach every single person on all of these lists, you don't actually have to send 11,000 direct mail pieces. You can only send 4,127, and you would reach every single person on these lists, because there are some overlaps between these lists, there are some duplicates, and then they'll all be eliminated. So it's producing a stacked list of records for you. That's how a lot of investors that are being very successful in real estate, this is exactly what they're doing. This is exactly what we do in our business. We're pulling lists from different sources. We're using list source, PropStream, we're doing driving for dollars. And then as we get our list, we make sure before we do any marketing to them, we're putting them in REsimpli. And then after that, what we do is, let's say if you want to do direct mail to them, we would go in and we would make sure that this is not actually in a lead. So my number went down to 4,112. This is going to be the second part of this video where I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. But in this video, I just wanted to make sure I covered the basics of what is list stacking, how to use list stacking, and why it's really, really important in your business. So as you notice, instead of marketing to 11,000 records, you only have to market to that 4,112 records instead of 11,000. So you can see it's saving you a lot of money. And then it's also producing a very targeted marketing list for you. So you're not having to market to the same person multiple times, and then you're wasting your money. And then also you come across as unprofessional because you might be reaching the same person multiple times. And they might question that, hey, this person is sending me the same mail pieces 3 times in the week. What's up with that? So I hope this video helped you. Stay tuned for the second part of it. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, put it in the comments and we'll make sure we answer those for you. Thank you so much.